Every time, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage addressed their controversial age gap on the show. When young Sheldon introduced the relationship between Georgie Cooper and Mandy McAllister, it sparked immediate conversation among fans. While their romance became one of the most heartfelt and complex storylines of the show, the age gap between them was a recurring source of controversy. The series didn't shy away from addressing this delicate issue, and throughout their journey, it played a key role in shaping their dynamic. Here's a deep dive into every time young Sheldon tackled Georgie and Mandy's significant age difference. 1. The initial shock and Mandy's reluctance. From the very beginning, the show made it clear that Mandy, a 29-year-old woman, had no idea Georgie was only 17 when they first met. When she learned the truth, her immediate reaction was shock and frustration. She broke things off, recognizing the problematic nature of their relationship. This moment wasn't just a dramatic reveal. It highlighted the ethical concerns surrounding their connection and demonstrated Mandy's initial unwillingness to be involved in something she viewed as inappropriate. 2. The family's reaction. Georgie's family, particularly his parents, reacted strongly when they learned about his relationship with an older woman. Mary Cooper, always protective of her children, expressed concern over Georgie's immaturity and how Mandy, as an adult, could face scrutiny for being romantically involved with a minor. The show used this opportunity to showcase the real-world implications of such an age gap, forcing both Georgie and Mandy to navigate societal and familial judgment. 3. The unexpected pregnancy. One of the biggest turning points in their relationship was Mandy's unexpected pregnancy. The situation escalated their already complicated relationship, forcing them to make mature decisions quickly. At this point, the age gap became even more of an issue, as Georgie was still a teenager who suddenly had to step up and take responsibility for an impending child. Meanwhile, Mandy had to wrestle with the reality of co-parenting with someone who was barely an adult himself. 4. Georgie's growth into fatherhood. Throughout the pregnancy and after the birth of their daughter, Georgie had to mature quickly. His journey into fatherhood became a crucial way for the show to address the age gap. Rather than ignoring the challenges, young Sheldon showcased Georgie's struggles with his youth and inexperience, while Mandy often had to act as the more mature partner. However, as Georgie grew into his responsibilities, the show subtly shifted the focus from their age difference to their evolving emotional connection. 5. Mandy's hesitations about marriage. As the idea of marriage entered the conversation, Mandy's hesitation was a direct result of their age gap. She was skeptical about Georgie's readiness for such a commitment, and her fears weren't unfounded. Marriage isn't just about love, it's about maturity, stability, and life experience, all things Georgie was still developing. This storyline emphasized how their different life stages influenced their choices and created natural tension in their relationship. 6. The wedding decision and the role of social expectations. When Mandy finally agreed to marry Georgie, it wasn't a fairy tale moment. Instead, it was filled with pragmatic discussions about their future and how their relationship had evolved. The show acknowledged that their path to marriage wasn't conventional, and that their love story was complicated. It wasn't about ignoring their age gap, but rather accepting that, despite it, they had formed a bond strong enough to move forward. 7. Facing external judgment. Throughout the series, Georgie and Mandy encountered judgment from outsiders, whether it was friends, acquaintances, or even casual remarks from strangers. These moments reminded viewers that their relationship existed in a world that would always scrutinize their age difference. The show used these interactions to depict how they dealt with public perception and how, over time, they became more confident in their relationship despite societal expectations. 8. Georgie's increasing maturity. One of the most satisfying aspects of their storyline was Georgie's gradual growth. Early on, he was still a teenager making impulsive decisions, but by the time he was fully stepping into fatherhood and husbandhood, he had matured significantly. This growth was essential for the audience to accept their relationship on more equal footing. The show cleverly used Georgie's evolution to address concerns about the age gap, not by ignoring it, but by showing that relationships can evolve when both parties grow together. 9. Mandy's realization about love. As much as the age gap was a hurdle, Mandy's realization that she truly loved Georgie was a defining moment. Her initial resistance was based on logic and societal norms, but over time she saw that love isn't always about numbers. This doesn't mean the show disregarded the importance of age differences in relationships, but rather that it demonstrated how two people, despite being in different life stages, could find common ground through shared experiences and growth. Can their relationship's future? As young Sheldon moves forward, the show will likely continue addressing their unique dynamic. Their age gap isn't something that disappears. It's a foundational aspect of their relationship that will influence how they navigate parenthood and marriage. However, by showing their evolving bond, the series suggests that while age can be a factor in relationships, it doesn't have to be the defining one. Final thoughts. Georgie and Mandy's relationship in Young Sheldon was never just about romance. It was about challenges, growth, and the complexities of real-life relationships. The show made a bold decision to address their age gap head-on, rather than brushing it aside, making their story all the more compelling. While their journey hasn't been traditional, it's been authentic, layered, and ultimately a testament to how love can grow despite obstacles. Whether viewers approve of their pairing or not, one thing is certain: Young Sheldon has done justice to their story by addressing the controversy with honesty and depth.